And now, the logic of Diary of the Dead.
Oh my god, I just found out my mother's a zombie, I gotta run away.
Oh my god, I just discovered that my mother's a zombie. I gotta totally run away. Let me go to this room. Oh my god, my mother's a zombie. Let me go back to the same room that my parents are in. Wait a minute, I gotta go to a different room. Wait, but everybody's a zombie in this room. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what room I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna make no total sense. I'll run around like a maniac for the 40s. Oh my god, wait a minute. That's my mother's room. I hate you, a zombie. Oh, you're gonna eat me. Oh no, I gotta run away. Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh no. Ah!
You used to really be scared here.
Johnny!
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
In 1968, the grandfather of the modern-day zombie helped pave the way for a new creature in horror the likes we've never seen before. George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead completely changed the way we looked at zombies, and his little independent film brought them to the mainstream media while scaring the hell out of people. The film told a very simplistic story that was complicated via its diverse set of characters and their actions. The dead have started walking the earth and have an eternal need to feed on the living. A group of survivors shack up in a house and try to defend themselves from the onslaught of the living dead as they try to get into the house during the entire night. During the movie, we get social clashes, race issues, and intelligent dialogue that reflects back to the daily lives of your average person. It was smart, scary, and a bloody good time, which caused fans to get hooked immediately, and the film still does have the ability to hook in people till this day. The most amazing thing about this film is that all of its genius moments were generally done by mistake. Romero never made a patent on the film, so it became an open source film. What this meant was that anyone could use his film, alter it, or even remake it without the risk of copyright infringement, because Romero never protected the intellectual properties of his film. This in turn caused the film to be widely accessed and viewed among people, which launched it into cult fame. Another mistake was Romero's accidental creation of the modern-day zombie. He liked zombies the way they were and didn't want to alter them, but he didn't want to use old monsters for his movie, so he simply had cannibals and named them flesh eaters. This of course was so close to the classic description of zombies that they just evolved into it and stayed like that. Now, when we think about slow-moving zombies, we think about George A. Romero. Hell, you may even hear some people call slow-moving zombies Romero zombies till this very day. The success of Night of the Living Dead opened up the door to zombies and Romero in bigger ways. Now people wanted more and expected bigger and better things from the Shuffling Dead. So Romero gave Hollywood exactly that with his follow-up film Dawn of the Dead. Again, the story is simplistic yet intellectually complex. The cast of characters find themselves in the middle of the end of the world. There is no more room in hell and the dead have started walking the earth. So our gang of heroes lock themselves up in what's now the legendary Monroeville Mall in hopes of being saved. We see the same use of social commentary to get messages across, and due to an increase in production, we got more zombies, bigger fatalities, color, and an overall bloodier film, which the gorehounds loved. Truly, Romero took zombies out of the night and brought them into a new dawn.
Huh? What? I'm up? Oh, okay. His follow-up would complete his legendary horror trilogy with the film Day of the Dead. Even though it was filmed in Florida, I was not in it. All the themes and general concepts are here, but this time, the idea of the dead learning is introduced. Now, while it is a dumb idea, it is done with great subtlety that did not come off as stupid or offensive to the intelligence of the viewer. This film would also be hailed a success, and Romero would be labeled a horror icon, and the new Dr. Frankenstein of a generation. He later followed his trilogy with the film The Crazies, which had the basic themes of the original 3 films, but lacked zombies, but had an interesting and fresh take on villains and who we could trust. From there, Romero worked in collaboration with other genres in horror and in films such as Creepshow. But while Romero was always playing horror king, others took notice to his work and wanted to get on board with the zombie craze. Cut to 1979 with the Italian horror movie Zombie. Zombie was also a return to post-European surrealism film, started by the French and German expressionism movement in film during the turn of the century. Zombie would set Italy and Europe on fire with the zombie fever, and soon the world's interests would truly be consumed by the damned. Zombies would remain in their current state for nearly 10 more years, when the zombie gender would reach its peak and become stale. And when a gender becomes stale, only two things follow: reinvention or parody. And in case of zombies, Return of the Living Dead. And Sam Raimi will bring it both to the silver screen for zombies. Tune in next time as we look at the zombies' next step in evolution, Pokemon style.